Hey fishers, what a perfect time to be out in the water fishing. It is fantastic weather. It's one of the mildest summers I've ever seen and the fish are going crazy. I kid you not. They're catching fish in most places, except for down in Victoria. I mean, obviously there's somewhere down there they're catching fish, but I talked to my old mate Mesa yesterday and he's a bit down at the moment because he seems to think that Dartmouth's not firing, and he's correct because all the reports we're getting aren't. The Hume Weir's mediocre. There's a few redfin coming out of it, occasional yellow belly, but there's more people coming off the water without a fish than there is that are coming off with a fish, and that's sort of a little bit disappointing for down that way because it's usually pretty consistent. The Murray that runs out of the Hume Weir, a few yellows and that coming out of it, but again it's not really firing. Moala, yeah, very patchy, a few fish here and there. It seems to be fishing all right on the surface though. Surface lures seem to be doing better than anything down there at the moment, which is quite surprising, but we're happy with that. But as you get closer to Wagga, up around the Murray, or the Murrumbidgee should I say, some very, very good catches out of the Bidgee. The river is fantastic at the moment. It's about a perfect height and it's easy to put your boat in. The banks aren't wet and slippery and we're getting some really good fish out. A lot of cod. Bait fishing seems to be the most consistent, but they're getting some really good cod on big yabbies. Make a yabby spider, that'll cover the options real well. Scrub worms are producing big numbers of fish, so that looks promising. Old Man Creek, a few fish coming out of it, but not as good as we'd like, considering the heights are up and down like a yo-yo, and it seems to be lower more so than anything else, and it's a bit frustrating for this time of year. We're getting some really good fish out of Lake Albert, starting to get some legal size yellows out of there. It's looking real promising at the moment. Tumut River doesn't get much better. It's fantastic. It's under 2,000 megs, quite easy to fish. Fly, lure or bait, it doesn't really matter which way you go there. And fished it yesterday and we ended up with 7 nice trout out of it. A few rainbows, a few browns, a good mix, and it is running hot, I kid you not. It's a great place to be at the moment. Blowering Dam, very mixed reports from Blowering. Some huge cod coming out of it and some really good yellows, but not everybody's catching fish there. So you really need to know the dam at the moment to have a great deal of success. Talbingo has been a bit disappointing, but if you want to feed a redfin, still getting some good ones up at Sioux City, up top end of Talbingo, around that Lobs Hole area. Seems to be more consistent than anywhere else. Small yabbies seem to be the go, bobbing with them, or ice jigs, definitely the way to go. If you like soft plastics, a little green grunter in the 65mm doesn't get much better. Yukon beans, fair, not consistent. Tentinga isn't too bad at all. Wyangler, not bad. A few cod and yellows coming out of there. Burrendong, still running pretty hot. Real happy with it at the moment. And before anybody makes a comment, what's happened to your face, for goodness sake? I didn't get bashed up. No, basically it's sun cancers, and it really, really pays to look after it. Obviously I'm a bit of a dinosaur, and way back when I was born, sunblock wasn't invented, and I'm no hats work because I used to use them all the time, but that reflection off the water is a bit of a thing, and you know, you really need to look after yourself. Something that's worth a bit of a look at the moment, you've all seen the cool heads, the little tubes that go over your head, keep the sun off your face, the windburn and that sort of thing. Compleat Angler's got heaps of them and they are fantastic. This is the Compleat Angler's Fishing Report. Catch you next time.